Greetings, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Steve Plisinski. I'm one of the International School Services Senior Leadership Executives, and my responsibility is supporting STS and its launch and development of both the Glenridge brand schools and the International School DACA. Personally, I've been overseas working in international schools since 1975. As a matter of fact, my young son was raised overseas, actually never went to school in the US until he was at university. When I retired from my last headship, ISS, International School Services, asked if I would stay on and support their good work in schools around the world. I've actually been a consumer of ISS services as a teacher and a head of school for over 40 years. International School Services, ISS, was founded over 65 years ago by a US diplomat who recognized that at that time American children overseas needed support for their education. So he started helping recruit teachers, provide curriculum, materials, and supplies to families and small schools around the world. Since then, ISS has grown to be a full-service organization that not only provides curriculum, school supplies, and teachers, but also full management services across the whole spectrum of a school's needs. Over the years since the founding of ISS, we've had the opportunity to work with over 30 of the major international corporations, ExxonMobil, Newmont Mining, Alcoa, Mobil Oil Company, to provide schools for both their employees and the communities in which they serve. And we have experience in over 50 countries around the world. As I mentioned earlier, ISS provides a full spectrum of services crossing the boundaries from school startup and management, professional development, teacher recruitment, leadership searches, accounting and finance, and school supply. A core component of the ISS School Startup Management and Operations Services is its optimization component. One of ISS's goals is not to start up and manage new schools, but it's to help existing schools optimize their performance, again, through a variety of means: teacher training, leadership development, purchasing and procurement, teacher professional development, etc. And we're delighted to make those services available to Glenridge. We also manage over 20 international schools around the world. And you can see from the illustration here, they do cross the spectrum from almost Montana to Mongolia. In addition to operations and management, so those lists of services or the suite of services I just described, ISS will also do targeted consultancies on educational program, architectural design, operations audits, strategic planning, technology, and innovation as some examples. We also recognize the need for the development of the non-teaching staff at schools, because as you can probably recognize, over half of a school's employees are not teachers. They're the support services, the background that help teachers do their best work. And in recognizing that, we've partnered with two major international organizations, one in human resources, SHARM, and the other in APA for facilities management, to provide services, again, to the operations staff at schools. In-house, we have a very talented team as well as experts that we also bring in. But in-house, we have our own curriculum, finance, operations, construction, architectural expertise. In addition to those services, ISS is very connected to the global communities. For example, we were one of the founding members of the International Child Protection Collaborative, and we're still very engaged in that organization to provide child protection guidelines, policies, and services to international schools. We also recognize the importance of diversity in our international communities, promoting women, minorities, and others into positions of leadership, which they traditionally have not had access to. In doing so, we founded the Marianne Haas Women's Symposium, again, to promote female leadership in schools, and also have a suite of publications for schools to help, again, support their development. And finally, one of our core values is the promotion of equity, diversity, and inclusion in our schools. And we actively provide opportunities for teachers to have leadership opportunities in that regard, and also, again, policies and procedures around those values. So we're very excited. ISS is very excited to be working with STS and the Glenridge schools. And I look forward to more of my personal visits to the school every year. So thank you, and best wishes.